Well, you two live and work in Austin, a place that seems to be this primordial soup of creative energy. Who are some emerging songwriters and musicians that you've heard lately that you think might appeal to the audience of the student age group here? And what is it that you're seeing and hearing in them that is compelling?
Jamie Harris is amazing.
Isn't she?
Yes, and we've known her for a long time. Another person, Rachel Lavin Purcell, who she just moved over to England for a year, but she'll be back. She's worth checking out. Both really amazing songwriters.
Yeah, Ben Jones and Andrea Beetroot.
Ben Jones and Andrea McGee are two good friends of ours. They're a duo called Beetroot, and they do crazy cool stuff, high energy, and the musicianship. They're the kindest people ever. All these people are super cool people. So if you get to see them, go chat with them. Tell them we sent you. You just say we're friends. They don't care who you're friends with. They want to be friends with you. They're really cool. Another guy named Pat Byrne. Mm-hmm. He is a rock star voice.
Yeah, all these people just played too.
Actually, they were just here.
Yeah, they were all at Welcome Home Fest. If you guys
and we know them from Austin. We know them from Austin. What else is going on?
I don't know. There's so many good
It's
people.
Amazing.
Those are a list right there that you can't go wrong with checking out.
Yeah. And just hanging out at your house on Saturday parties.
We actually have potlucks.
Yeah.
We have a lot of songwriters that come too. So if you're ever in town, email us through the website or get a card because you're always welcome at a potluck if we're having one.
Well, as you can tell, these folks are very plugged into the songwriting community, and no big surprise. You're just so kind and gregarious and talented and all those kind of things. And we also know that you have been a mentor to some very good songwriters, and this audience includes folks who may aspire to be a songwriter. Hilary's told you that anyone here can write a song or be a performer. So what advice would you give to them, especially what should they focus on in preparing and building their capacity?
Just don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to play out. But also just don't be afraid to put too much of you into the song too. I think that was one of the hardest things that am still working on is making them just as real as possible. And if you're putting in real experiences, that's going to make them more real. And how can you choose the words that convey that, which is the hardest part of all of it? I think it was Guy Clark. I think might have said it's not what you put into a song that's hard is what you have to leave out, because there's so much. What are the details that are going to make it work, and what are the details that are going to just drive it home?
And I would say, just your voice, your heart, and your mind, and what you have to share is so valid and so important. And if you find a place where you try to share it and people aren't listening, my thought around that is it's not you, it's the group you're with. So don't be afraid to branch to another, and that's easier said than done. Also, when you're stretching yourself, surround yourself with people who support you. I just had written a post about it. As things move up, as levels go up, as you find success, sometimes it gets harder, and there are certain people that will bring you down. So, of course, you want a good friend who can tell you honest feedback. I'm not saying to avoid being told anything that could be constructive to move you forward. But I would say that there are people out there that want to hear what you have to say, that want to hear your voice. There's so many positive people who are there to support you. You just might not have found them yet. And I will say that before I walked into this community, I was like a little lone ranger, playing my little songs to my dog. I had studied music and then was just teaching music and singing other people's stuff. And I took a chance. And remember, most of us didn't just stand up and walk across the room gracefully as children. We bit it a few times. But when you're little, you don't know the difference. You just want to get there. And I would say that embrace that, because we all can get better, and you have to start somewhere. And don't be afraid of not being great yet. Remember that. Not being great yet. When I get no from a festival or a venue, I always think to myself, no for now. Then I might follow up with the question, hey, what do we need to work on to get to your main stage? This is the trick. Be careful, because they'll tell you. But so that's my advice. The fear of the unknown can be hard, but there are people out there that want to hear what you have to say. And if you feel that inner calling to do it, let it rip. That's my. You kind of get addicted to just like jumping off the unknown cliff sometimes too. It can be pretty exciting.
And luck is a lot of hard work. Hard work and being in the right place at the right time, but that's getting out and just making sure that you're ready when those opportunities do.
You see someone play a cool lick on guitar, ask them how they do it. You see an artist you like, go up and introduce yourself. Hi, I'm so-and-so. I really like this song. You know, so many of the Texas artists are so approachable. Mm-hmm. And especially if you're an aspiring songwriter. I mean, I do all kinds of, when I have time, I do as much as I can for anyone who's trying to get into it, because people did it for me. Yeah. So that's that.